Hey, perhaps you have noticed the viral video of one Mr. Dande, the Cytonn boss, being confronted by angry investors shouting, "Mwizi, mwizi, turudishie pesa yetu." Some saying kama ni mwanaume kuja hapa. I believe you've seen that one, yes? Na hizo matusi zingine zote. We see him in the clip actually going deeper into the court kutafuta refuge or security, and being in the money and investment industry, so many messages have hit my inbox. Some calling, asking about clarity on what exactly the problem and how bad is the problem and if it is likely to affect you. Since the worry is there and I can't respond to everyone in person, I decided to answer through this video. I'm going to give you exclusive and never seen before exposés for the first time in the public, and I'll try to be as brief as possible, but as usual give you factual and verified information. This is not the first time we are seeing public or angry demonstrators, and then it goes on like nothing ever happened. So what on earth happened to Cytonn, and why is it that nothing is happening to them? No one is arrested. The company is still in business, and those who put their money there are still in tears. I'll tell you what happened in case you're hearing this for the first time, and what exactly went wrong. The biggest mistake we probably made, and why Dande and anyone in that company won't be arrested or prosecuted anytime soon. Yani, could it be the bitter pill that we might have to swallow? Who is protecting Cytonn? And what lessons can we learn from this? Welcome to MoneyVersations. Let me tell you where it all started, then where all went wrong. And first, Cytonn started in 2014. That's like 10 years ago. And over time it grew, having invested heavily in making investments stand out when most of the companies at that particular time didn't care about innovation and were not pushing it. Cytonn had registered several companies under it, all doing different classes of investments. With time, they embraced real estate projects, having some of which were very successful, like the Amara Ridge in Karen, where a unit was selling for over 100 million shillings. And now, this was one of those moments, those times when most non-believers in them tulianza kusema maze, hii ambition, hii passion, hii consistency iko contagious, and somehow many started warming up to them. This brought a lot of growth their way, and Pia, they had invested in super marketing strategies. Now, with this kind of ambition and the dream to become a Cytonnaire, as they marketed it at that point, made so many people to trust them. And from this point, I think the team at Cytonn started taking huge leaps of faith, yani big steps. Na shetani unajua saa zingine anakuanga hapo halali. But from this point forward, this is my observation and thinking. Please don't take me to court, sawa? I think this is the point Dande and the team pulled a Ruto move. Wait, let me explain. This does not mean that you shouldn't have big dreams ama aspirations. Si huwa mnasemanga shoot at the stars, alafu ikimiss utaland on the moon and those other stories, ndio? Sasa unaona vile you become so ambitious hadi unataka kufanya Kenya ikuwe Singapore in one term. That kind of situation, you understand? So Dande, I think, came up with a massive real estate project lineup. The marketing of the planned estates on YouTube was something else, such a dream. I don't know if they are still there, sija check that channel lately. And now you see this high demand of capital brought about a solution that would finance these projects. The Cytonn high yield solution was born. This was the product together with another one that was called CPN. You see, these two products were targeting high net worth people only. Yani ukiwa na kamita kako kamoja ama mbili and above, uko ready to sign up and partner with them. That time walikuwa still na the money market fund, na ilikuwa ina yield about 9 to 10%. So hii CHYS vile ilikuwa inajulikana mostly, walikuwa na offer 15% for 3 months, 16% for 6 months, 18% for 1 year. Alafu you see, I attended one of these presentations in 2019 and 2020, na vile walikuwa na justify hizo high returns, it made so much sense. You see, wali compare the cost of borrowing from bank and decided why not go straight to the customer, and therefore ulikuwa unapata hizo high returns. All you needed to do is loan them your money and become a what? A partner. Now this is where many found themselves in trouble, because apparently this product was a private offer from the CHYS company. and from the company directly to you, the customer, and did not need the regulator's approval. Ni kama unaambiwa nikopeshe kakiru hapo kidogo, and this is between us. Kikiumana, we will just solve this between ourselves. The good returns and the ambitious plans made many to sign up for this hata bila kujua. So ni group of high net worth people looking for big and better returns. And if I may put you in perspective, saa hiyo average ya money market fund ilikuwa ni 7 to 8%, na hapa unapewa twice. So if it was right now, imagine ingekuwa ina offer 30%. Do you get the comparison, my friend? Imagine unapewa 30% return. Because now I'm comparing it na twice the average of right now. Ushasikia ile story ya the devil wanga in the details. Before I tell you why Dande is a free man, let me illustrate what actually happened. So here is the money from the investors in this basket who are partnering or loaning Cytonn high yield solutions. They are millions and millions with the promise of high returns and yield. Cytonn already has big housing projects underway, and the money goes into these developments. The aim is to have the Kina CHYS and CPN collect capital enough to take these projects to completion and have them sold out for returns and profits. In the middle of this ambitious project, Corona ama COVID happened, and soon the economy was on shutdown. Now pesa imekwama kwa miradi imesimama because nobody analeta new money into this basket to complete this project, and those who had put their money in want it out because the world might come to an end and you want to eat your savings bwana. Mambo ya investment itakuja baadaye. Wajanja saw this coming and some wali withdraw, wengine they transferred it to the Cytonn money market fund, like one of my big funds I know and I watch this. Sitataja majina. You see, at any given point, there is some liquid money to enable withdrawal from this kind of funds, but usually it is a small percentage. So whatever ilikuwa withdrawable probably either iliisha ama ikasimamishwa because it couldn't manage to fulfill all the redemption requests. Na real estate unaona si liquid that unaweza turn a half built building into money ama cash when you are in the middle of a pandemic kama COVID. You see, kama ni ngumu hizi siku za kawaida, isn't it even worse wakati wa COVID? And now billions ama millions of clients money ziko stuck in stalled projects. Zingine hata ziko tu hapo, ukipita Northern Bypass utaziona zimekwama tu hapo, and therefore the terms and conditions kicked in. One of the very clear ones, that is number 21 in the agreement, says, if I may paraphrase it, kikiumana in any way economically, and the last part inasema, and I quote, if the force majeure event in the question prevails or continues for a period in excess of 6 months, the parties shall enter into bona fide discussions with a view to alleviating its effects and to preserve the value of Cytonn HYS, or agreeing upon such alternative arrangements as may be fair and reasonable. The principal partner may also address such force majeure event through a variety of solutions, including but not limited to extending investment tenures or blah blah blah. In short, they can keep talking and discussing with the investors hadi siku yenye wataelewana vile watafanya historia hii pesa. You see, that's how we are here where we are right now. And you see, that product was not regulated, and therefore the regulator could not protect any client who has agreed to partner up in a course that they have assumed that they've understood the risk that they have taken. You see, terms and conditions number 2 and 3, as you can see, say that Cytonn HYS offering is offered exclusively to the subscriber as a private offer as defined in Regulation 21 of the Capital Markets Security Public Offers Listing and Disclosures in brackets, Regulations 2002, and therefore not subject to approval by the Capital Markets Authority. By executing this agreement, which for the purposes hereof is deemed the deed of adherence for the purposes of the partnership agreement, and making the capital contribution in cash, the subscriber is constituted a partner in the partnership. The devil was in the details, my people. And unfortunately, that's why Dande and team are free by law of agreement. CHYS was a company by itself and is not by any chance in cooperation with the other companies under Cytonn. And that's why it's not possible to take money from another company like Cytonn Money Market Fund that are regulated by the Capital Markets Authority, because pesa ya clients in CISs huwa ikwangi the company's asset ama kwa balance sheet ya company. Cytonn right now has 1.288 billion in the CIS, and this was a growth by the end of Q2 ilikuwa ni growth by 25.5%. I sincerely hope that a solution ipatikane, I don't know, miraculously from these stalled projects for these innocent people who have the investment, some of which ilikuwa ni lifetime savings of people. And now I ask myself, did we by any chance assume the terms and conditions? Did we disregard the high risk element? What if COVID never happened? Could we be here? Is this money lost ama something can be recovered? Kila kitu iko na risk, but presented with one, please take risks carefully. Study and learn to understand what you are taking into your investment baskets. Maze, it's sad. See you in the next video.